Okay, now there are two ways for you to get out of this forest and such. You can actually get out of here using the basically using the dungeon itself to basically backtrack your way to out of the forest, or basically in this one. I wouldn't know. I haven't played this one. No, this is not the end of the game just yet and such. In fact, it's quite the opposite and such. Basically, we're almost kind of like halfway done with this game and everything. So, basically, we actually do have enough time. So, basically, what I'm gonna do, and actually, can I use this if I want to? I can. Cool. All right. So basically, what we're gonna do and everything is that like I'm gonna prepare myself for basically not only the next fight that's coming up real soon. But basically, we're also gonna go ahead and do one more palace and such, and then after this dungeon, we're gonna go ahead and call it a session because guess what? You actually don't need to get anything like before entering this next palace and such. You can actually go straight to this next palace right now if you wanted to and such. Do I actually have enough? I actually do have enough. So okay, let's see here. You know what? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go right ahead and let's go on over to number 4. And basically we'll go right ahead and like basically we'll go right ahead and grab us some fairies, and then we'll go right ahead and take care of the next palace, aka the hidden dungeon. Alright, give it a bottle. Whoop. We'll do one more. Alright. Alright, now let's make our way over to the hidden palace. Alright, so for this one, we're gonna want to go to the village for this. Alright. Now, admittedly, when I was doing the practice run of this game, because, like I said, it's been a very long while since I played A Link to the Past, like, ever since I did my blind Let's Play on this game and such. But I did actually had to look up a little bit on the walkthrough to remind myself, like, on basically how do I enter into this palace to begin with and such. And once you know how to do it and everything, like, honestly, it's very simple and such. So let me show you where. Alright, so if you look on the map, this is where our next palace is. Right here where the Kyoto village used to be and such. And before we do anything else, I don't remember if I actually got any of these rupees or not, so... Oh yeah, okay, so alright, so pretty much this guy acts as like, you know, pretty much the thief from the Lost Woods and such. So, okay, no, I actually got it. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and do the palace, but, basically this guy right here, like, yeah, if he spots you and such, and he starts running, he's gonna start running after you, and if he bumps into you, then he's gonna go ahead and take your shit and such. So, make sure that, like, at the very least that, like, he doesn't end up, stealing your stuff and such. And, as for me, okay, so, in terms of the Zelda games I haven't played yet, so anything after, Link's Awakening, I have still not played as of yet and such. In fact, that's the reason why I'm doing these, marathons and such, to basically, like, not only replay and see if I've gotten better since the last time I played these, first 4, Zelda games, but also to see, like, you know, if these games, also hold up and everything, as well as, like, pretty much, like, getting myself prepared as to what can I expect from from the rest of the Zelda games going forward. So, pretty much after I get done with Link's Awakening, I'm gonna go ahead and do, Ocarina of Time, as the next, Zelda game for a blind Let's Play and such. So, basically, after anything from, Link's Awakening and such, then, basically, those are the... basically, after anything from Link's Awakening, I have not played any of the Zelda games as of yet and such after Link's Awakening. So just pull on this pitch for it again, there you go. So let's go right ahead and enter into the Hidden Palace. And this palace is very large, I will say. It's a very, very large palace. Kind of a bit easier for you to, like, not necessarily, like, get lost and such. But basically, like, this palace is very huge to where, like, basically, let's just say it's large. That's all I gotta say in that. It's just very, very large. And to prove it, and show you that it's large, now that I got the map, here's how large it is. Basically, again, you got the basement floor, and you got the first floor as well, too. And much like all the other dungeons as well, too, this one has another gimmick as well. And pretty much kind of a interesting gimmick as well, too, I will say. Let's see. Hey, you know what, I'm not going to worry about the hearts. I'm all good over here. First thing we need to do is that we need to make sure that we're able to actually no, I think I actually do want to go up now that I remember. So basically, what we need to do and everything is that basically we just want to try to make sure I get also the compass and also get to the big key as well, because the big key is located on that chest right there. And you need to find a certain path in order to get over there. Interesting. You've beat me. I've only played the original NES of Ocarina of Time. So, yeah, yeah, pretty much like, yeah, just like, you know, be on the lookout and such. Because, like I said, once I get done playing, like, Link's Awakening again for the marathon and everything, then pretty much whenever I get around to it, like, yeah, I will be playing Ocarina of Time again for, like, at the very least, I'll play, like, Ocarina of Time for the first time, I should say, as, like, the blind LP. And honestly, I am very stoked to, like, get to, like, Ocarina of Time and such. Because pretty much it's one of those Zelda games where, like, at first, like, because pretty much I do know that, like, it is one of those Zelda games where, like, it actually does have its fans and everything. I do know a couple of people that love that game to death and everything. But much like with the NES Legend of Zelda and everything, I do know that, like, nowadays it's one of those games where it's split among, like, the Zelda fans. Where you have, like, some Zelda fans still liking it, still think it's one of the best games ever made. And then you got the other ones that claim the game to be a bit overrated and such, so... so I'm very interested to get to that game and see, like, you know, where... pretty much where, like, I might stand in that regard and such.
I basically don't have an opinion, because I haven't played it yet, so...
Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, so...
I do have plenty of opinions on Mario, though. Wink, wink.
Mario does and everything. Pretty much my good friend Barney here, and even to me to an extent and everything. Pretty much like yeah, my good friend Barney here and everything. Like we do like ourselves some good old fashioned like Mario games and everything. So pretty much like if you guys are interested, make sure you also check out our co-op channel as well too. Where pretty much like yeah, for our very first LP and everything, I did the original Mario 64 for the N64. While Barney pretty much went ahead and played like the DS remake and everything, and pretty much it was a lot of fun. It was definitely one of my like pretty much like even though it's the very first like LP project that we did together and everything, I definitely had a lot of fun. Like going back down memory lane, even seeing like some of the changes and upgrades that like that pretty much like Nintendo made to that game and such in the end and such.
Indeed, and I was actually gonna do the original. Actually, the plan was I was gonna do the original at first, but then somewhere along the line, I was like, you know what? Why don't we change things up a bit? Let me do the DS version instead. And I had no idea you were gonna do the original until we literally started recording.
We did, and pretty much like yeah, originally like originally I was gonna do like Jumpstart 3rd grade, like while Barney was gonna do like Mario 64 and such. However, sadly, like the version of like Jumpstart 3rd grade, I was trying to play it and everything. Even though it runs perfectly fine and such, basically like at least the version that I was playing and everything, it did not like save the game and everything. Like pretty much like yeah, no matter how many times I like I got done with the game and closed it and such, like it did not save my progress at all. Like I had to start all over from the beginning again. And, so pretty much, like, what happened over there was that, like, okay, at first I was actually gonna play the original Legend of Zelda for the NES and everything, but then literally at the last minute, literally it was, like, just this morning when, like, Barney was getting ready to, like, play the DS version of Mario 64, I was just like, you know what? As long as we're, you know what? As long as we're not worrying about, like, doing the games in, like, release date order and everything, pretty much, like, yeah, I'm gonna go right ahead and, like, pretty much I'm gonna go right ahead and, like, play the original Super Mario 64, because that was actually one of the very few games I actually did play it as a kid and everything, and I played it a couple of times as well, too, so basically, like, you know, I knew, like, so basically I decided, you know what? Yeah, why not? Because, like, you know, this would make for a very great comparison as well, too, with each other.
Yeah, and this all started as well because, you know, we basically did a live stream of Mario Party 1 and 2.
We did. And basically, like, yeah, like, basically this was another idea that, like, Bonnie, like, had in mind for a good long while as well, too. And, lo and behold, like, here we are right now. I pretty much, like, finally putting it into, like, you know, fruition, and so far and everything, like, both me and Bonnie are having a blast with it.
Yeah, the idea went back at all the way. The idea went as far back as 2019, actually, after you got done with Paper Mario. But
yeah,
we had to push it back till I was like, fuck it, let's do this.
And honestly, like, pretty much, like, yeah, it was definitely for, like, you know, the best that, like, pretty much that, like, you know, we were able to, like, just keep on pushing it back until both me and Bonnie felt like we were finally ready to do it. And pretty much like I said, alright, so pretty much the name of our co-op channel is Super Retro Brothers, so if Bonnie wants to do it and such, you can go ahead and put the link to it in the chat and such if you want to check it out.
Yes, let me go ahead and do it right now.
And in terms of, like, you know, if I'm gonna, like, play the game, or at least, like, if I'm gonna be, like, you know, Ocarina of Time 100%, most likely not and such, like, pretty much, like, yeah. From here on out, I decided that, like, you know, with blind LPs and everything, I'm not really gonna worry about, like, going for 100% that much anymore and everything. Like, I pretty much just gonna be one of those cases to where, like, you know, if I do it 100%, cool. But if not and everything, then pretty much, like, yeah, that's another reason why I decided to, like, do these, like, real Let's Play marathon streams to where, like, basically, like, yeah, like, if I played the game the first time and I didn't, like, 100% and everything, then at the very least, I could go ahead and, like, you know, pretty much, like, replay the game and pretty much, like, get everything that I can, like, or at least, like, all the items that I've missed beforehand and such. And pretty much that's the goal with, like, this Link to the Past stream right here and such. Because when I did it for a blind Let's Play and everything, I did not get every single item, like, from what I can remember and everything, like, I did not get the cave. I did not get the cave in my, blind LP of the game and everything. And pretty much I'm also pretty sure I did not get, like, one sword upgrade that we are going to be getting in the, next session and such. That I did in the, blind LP and everything, so... Alrighty, hey, thank you for the subscription and such. And pretty much, like, yeah, like, short, sweet, to the point and everything. If I do complete 100... if I do get 100% on Ocarina of Time, cool. If not, then pretty much, most likely I'll do so, like, whenever I do, like, you know, the new replay or second marathon of the Legend of Zelda stream from here on out and such.
Yeah, there's the co-op channel. I put it in the chat.
Yep, and pretty much Joe's just subscribed to it.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Yes, thank you. Alrighty, actually we do need to go back over here, so you guys can actually read, like, you know, what kind of information that, you know, such a Shallow is trying to tell us and such. Theodore, I have something very important to tell you. Don't forget the milk. Nah, I can't get that potion. Oh well.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's okay. We got some bombs, so at least take that.
Oh God, you know what? I forgot about the fact that William Howard Taft was Ganon. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's alright, it's alright.
Damn it, I should have.
Don't forget about Tafty.
Okay, I mean, like, honestly, like, I'm kind of surprised it didn't pick up. Like, when, I'm kind of surprised it didn't pick up. Like, when I pretty much, like, combined Taff and Ganondorf's nickname together, where I basically nickname him as, like, like, Ganon Taff or something like that.
That works because Ganontaff
or,
works.
pretty much like a Ganontaff or like Taffeton.
Yeah, all right. This is Zelda.
Anyway, yeah, this is Zelda. All right, go ahead. This is you.
Theodore, it's me, Zelda. Don't be deceived by the magic of the blind, the thief. Be careful.
So yeah, actually remember that because that's actually going to be very important. So pretty much like yeah, as you can tell and everything, pretty much Blind Thief is basically going to be our boss for this dungeon. And how you activate this boss is actually very interesting. But first, if you pull the switch, and pretty much yeah, you're going to get some ropes and such. So pretty much if you want to get some hearts or some like extra rupees, then pretty much it's one thing you can do and such. So pretty much like with the ropes in the first game, they do see you and everything. They're gonna start charging straight towards you. All right, so now we got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and yeah. All right, now for this section, you are gonna want to use as many bombs as possible. Or at the very least, you want to make sure that you at least have one bomb ready. Because if you remember from the very beginning and everything. About the one trick that like what you could do with the bomb. Well, basically just where you are gonna have to start using that trick and such. And pretty much Joe, like yes, pretty much yes. I have actually okay, I have not played Earthbound, but I have heard of it and such. And honestly, like Earthbound is actually one of those games to where like pretty much I actually do want to do a blind LP series of in the near future and everything. I don't know when yet, but it is definitely up there. It's like, you know. As pretty much a series I actually do want to do a Let's Play of sometime down the road.
I have considered doing Earthbound at some point.
Yeah, like honestly, like pretty much like yeah, I definitely would not mind like giving Earthbound a shot and everything and such. So alright, so pretty much like yeah, you're gonna want that light to like stay lit right there down the first floor, and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, well. Alright, so alright, we're gonna actually, you know what? Let me get it back. Alright, I wanna get some berries. Alright. Recommended is one of my top 3. Oh, nice, alright. Alright, well pretty much like yeah, so honestly like usually every summer on this gaming channel and everything, I do a thing called like RPG summer and such. Where pretty much just has the sounds and everything. I pretty much like pick whatever RPG game I'm interested in playing and do that as like, you know, the Let's Play during the summer and everything. And basically like, yeah, I could always do like, you know, an Earthbound like RPG summer game in the near future and such. Now whether or not I'm gonna do it as like a recording session or it's like a live stream session and everything, like I do not know yet. But pretty much like yeah, somewhere down the line and everything, I definitely would not mind like giving the Mother / Earthbound series a chance. So I didn't show this off originally and such, but if you were pretty much if you were to go into this room, and pretty much like yeah, that light that pretty much we just bomb and everything, that's gonna be right here and such, and that's gonna be very important for later. So now that we got everything we need to go, let's go ahead and pretty much continue our way. And these little guys right here, especially the red guys and everything, the first time I saw them and everything, like I kind of made, I pretty much mentioned that like, you know, especially the red ones and such, like, especially the red ones and everything, it kind of remind me a little bit of like Judge Doom from like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and such. Especially, pretty much more so like, you know, pretty much more so the true Judge Doom when like, pretty much he revealed himself to be like, you know, this like, you know, psychotic evil toon and such. Alright, so we're gonna want to go here. Whoop. Alright, so we are gonna want to go downstairs for this. So pretty much as you can tell, the blue ones just like walk back and forth, while the red ones, they do see you, then eventually they will shoot like fire at you and such. Arrows. Whoop. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. We actually still have 2 fairies with us, so we should be okay. 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 No dog. Alrighty. Up. Alright, get away. And there we go. We got a heart. And hey, look at this. We're alright. Well, pretty much what you looking at, Theodore and such. Like, there's one a few times where like, pretty much one of the $7 is not actually trapping crystal for once. Go ahead, Bonnie. This is you.
Oh, this is one of the sisters?
Yeah, pretty much is one of the daughters, and pretty much for some reason, she's not trapped in crystal.
Very well then, here we go.
Alright.
Oh, thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside.
Don't worry, my lady. Before I do that, though, I just need to get one more thing, alright? And then we'll take you outside. Alright, well, it pretty much looks like this is gonna be very easy and such. Like, so far, like, no boss, like, at all and everything. It looks like that, like, yeah, once we take her outside and everything should be alright. Alright, let's open up this big chest. And alright, so pretty much, alright, so we've gone from an upgrade to the Power Glove to the pretty much Titan's Mid. So now pretty much we can lift the heaviest stones that were once impossible to bulge. So basically what they mean, right there and such, is that basically like, alright, so basically those like a big, that big block right over there and such, basically now if we were to lift this up, there we go. And pretty much like, yeah, any of the dark green rocks that we saw beforehand and such, well now those can also be lifted up as well too. So pretty much with that, we should be able to unlock some more like hidden secrets, as well as like pretty much gain some more items as well too that we weren't able to get beforehand. I want to kill. Alright, whoop. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, my lady. As soon as we head up the stairs,